Welcome to SIssues. We are two sisters with issues and a need to work them out, and we're inviting you along for the ride.
Here we are taking the big things we have in common. Our love for Outlander, inappropriate humor, and why people do the things they do. Mix this up with our dirty lady mo's, and this podcast is born.
But don't worry, we'll explore other issues too.
Because you know,
when you have sisters, you have issues.
If you are easily offended or don't appreciate the creative use of colorful Canadian cursive language, this is not the podcast for you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to SIssues. How are you? What?
You say welcome back?
Welcome back. Welcome back, SIssues.
It's us.
Again, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, we're back.
Yeah.
Sorry you had to, press play on whatever you're listening to us on. It's your own fault.
You know what? I'm just excited. As much as we hate Droughtlander, this has been kind of fun and entertaining and just a different way to do a rewatch. But I'm particularly excited about this episode. So season 2, episode 13, Dragonfly in Amber.
Which is what the whole book was called for book 2 in the Outlander world. What they started out thinking was going to be a trilogy. Not Diana, because Diana knew there was always going to be more. But if you're going to sell your books, then sure, tell them it's a trilogy. Yeah, they're going to keep on coming back for more after that anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely fitting. This is a very long episode. So make sure that you've got yourself a drink, that you've gone to the bathroom, because there's no getting up. We're not stopping. Well, maybe you can press pause,
they
but
can
we
pause
can't.
That's all they want. They're probably going to stop after 15 minutes and go, oh, screw, I'm not listening to these people anymore.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Alrighty, so same old routine, skip your recap, go directly to the beginning of the music, and we'll get going.
And I will count you down. As soon as I say 1, you can press play. 3, 2, 1.
That was funny. When you said
3. I was going past my mic.
That's too funny.
I don't know why.
So hubby and I are now on season 5.
You made it to season 5.
Yeah, we're on season 5, only season 5 isn't on Netflix. So
right.
Yes.
Right.
So we gotta find a different way to watch season 5 thing.
Well, got the DVDs? The Blu-rays?
Nope.
Wait, go to Walmart.
I don't shop at Walmart.
Oh, yeah, me neither. I can't remember the last time I stepped into a Walmart, to be honest with you.
Don't do that.
Well, you can...
I'll find it.
You're coming here. I have them.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll maybe copy them. Something.
Or you can watch some while you're here.
Well, yeah, but I can't. Yeah, for sure.
But then you can take them home with you, too.
All righty. Here we go. So excited.
What is this?
This doesn't look like Scotland.
But maybe it's TV. Oh, Emma Peel. Oh.
And this was the first episode
in
that TV show.
Yep, it was. Oh, my goodness. Who's watching this show? I don't know. Oh, yes, I do.
She looks like she's in Catwoman outfit.
Mm-hmm. And this is all these poor kids sitting here because they don't want to be bored by what's going on in the big kids' room.
Right.
and Roger taking a little escape.
I love the personality, that they gave to Richard Rankin. I just love his personality. I think it suits the show so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Fiona. I love
Fiona.
Fiona.
She's so sweet and just a down to earth girl, and
Yep.
no frills and just genuine.
Yep. And pulls no punches either. She's like, "Come on, Roger. People, this is for your father out here. Can't sit in here with the kids watching TV."
Yeah.
And yes, it's Reverend Wakefield's funeral.
So this is the part I don't think matches what they say in this particular episode. He said, even my father the Reverend didn't leave anything to chance, including his own toast at his wake. But didn't he die suddenly?
Well, yes, but you can plan your funeral.
Yeah. I don't think I would have planned it that far ahead, but I get it.
Well, and that's the thing with him, then that's what he said, didn't leave anything to chance. So he had everything written out exactly how he wanted it done.
Yeah. And you notice when Claire was holding up her glass, it showed the hand that had Jamie's wedding ring on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, somebody's caught his eye.
I see a very, very pretty girl with
in
long
my house.
hair,
Yeah.
and I think I really like to know her name.
And everybody's interrupting as I'm trying to get to this girl. Too funny. I love this part. Yes.
Definitely. That's me.
Definitely. That's me.
You want a piece of me. Oh, look at Claire. She remembers him with little round biscuit cheeks.
Yeah. Oh, he was so cute back then. But I think Roger is quite handsome. He's one of my favorite characters. And I think it's just because of his personality that he portrays. He's just, he's kind of, quick to express his emotion. He's smart. He's funny, musical. It's like the full package.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stubborn, caring.
I think a lot of in this time, he's that really sweet, well-rounded kind of person. And yeah, the transformation Roger goes through is quite huge.
Yeah.
And for the books, it's perfect.
Yeah.
For the TV show, it's so condensed.
Yes.
It's really hard to, pay it good mind, but I think they did a really great job. I think Richard Rankin did. I think Sophie Skelton did. I know Sophie took a lot of really, people were bashing her so badly. And it was, she's playing an awkward teenage girl who's not quite comfortable in her own skin, especially right now, because she's also just lost her dad. She's in the grieving process of that.
Well, and I don't think she's ever been out of the country, just by how she, describes a car ride driving on the wrong side of the road in the middle of the night,
Yeah. Yeah. So, and Sophie Skelton, if you listen to any of her interviews that she did when she first started this, and in how she wanted to take the character on that ride along with, and it's a little bit harder with a woman, she wanted to make sure that people saw her as stiff and, not comfy in her own skin, and trying to, develop a relationship with her mother, which is awkward and difficult, and because she was closer to her father growing up.
But that adds a good element to the story, right? It makes it believable,
Yeah.
she is struggling through things, and wait till she finds out, who her real dad is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then everything will make sense.
Yeah. But people took it as, oh, her acting is stiff and her acting is this and her but
Yeah.
no, this was Sophie acting
Yeah.
these things for you to understand her character. So
Yeah.
people try to examine people so much and criticize people so much that they don't take time to look at those nuances that people are putting into the character. They're just too busy criticizing it.
I love how they added that music from the Stones, to this part, because you're starting to go back, you're going back with her mentally, and that music is just kind of bringing you along, right?
Yeah, absolutely is.
I love the Reverend's house. I love all the old things, all the history.
Yeah. And that's a pretty big
It's a wee
deal
house.
for Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah, you totally could.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah. Jolting. Oh, she was listening.
Well, yeah, she's just playing his words back to him, and she lifted her head like that because that's how Roger lifted his head.
Yeah.
Right. So and people think that she's like, they just don't get the nuances that are being played back for them, and I think she's done a wonderful job, and I just don't think people clue in close enough.
I do want to clean up this room a little bit because it looks like papers and stuff are going to fall off that. Look at the desk, and there's boxes beside the table.
Don't you remember what Reverend Wakefield's house looked like before?
Yes, I know.
And you know why? Because it's a hoarder house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to go through all of it.
All the books and all the papers and all the...
Yeah. See, that's a job for me. Throw me in a big old building where all the paperwork needs to be organized, books needs to be organized. I'd be in heaven.
I absolutely love this between the two of them right now.
Me too.
And her house coat, which is, that's highly flammable.
Yeah, because we all had one growing up.
Yep.
Was yours blue?
I think so, yeah.
Mine was pink. It's funny, eh? He brings that up.
Yeah. And now she's starting to put her own blocks together in her own head.
Yeah, exactly. So if his name, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go there. If his last name was Mackenzie and Jamie is related to Mackenzie and Brianna is his daughter, well, would that not mean that she's sleeping with her second cousin?
No, it's so far back. It's not a cousin relation. It's like a mother, but like way back of the back of the back.
Yeah, I just had to say it. But I know, you know what? At some point, we're all related in some way or one way or another.
Mother's
maybe.
cousin.
Yeah, 12, 17 times removed.
Yeah, this was just so beautiful.
I loved how she said that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she took this time with him. She of course is talking about Jamie. And he thinks that
talking about Frank.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Poor Roger. You know, the Reverend was his only family that was
Yep.
left, and now he's alone. And that's just sad. That makes me sad for him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I love how calming her voice is, you know?
It is. She
Yeah.
does have one of those voices that just makes you feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, he's alone in the world. Oh, wait, he has Fiona. Fiona's a good girl.
Yes. Well, she's a friend, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'd feel someone crawling into bed and covering me up. I wonder if how many times she's said that in her head,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
And then transition back.
Yeah. You know, they have so much to cover in this episode. You know,
Yep.
It's just so much.
Mm-hmm.
So we know this is after Jamie's already brought her through the stones.
Huh? No.
Oh, sorry. No.
You're on a wrong track, sister.
I'm on a wrong track, guys. It's mine. He's just giving it a last attempt with the prince to try and change his mind. And it just made me so mad that he's using, you know, analogy from the Bible, you know. Ugh.
Yeah.
You are not God, sir. You are not God.
That's, that is the epitome of narcissism when
Yeah.
you compare yourself to God,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, I don't think you will, buddy. Pretty sure that ain't the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's time to send the boys back to Lollybrook.
Yeah. You know, because Colin was right.
Mm-hmm.
Colin was right when he told Jamie, you know what? You're not going to let your men die needlessly,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you don't see,
Mm-hmm.
you know, a positive end to the cause.
Yeah.
And he's right. Jamie won't do it.
Nope.
Okay. She has the secret possibility the Murtaugh said a long time ago. It was the first thing out of Murtaugh's mouth.
Remember
let's
when
just
we
kill the slimy bastard.
Yeah. Remember when we were in Paris that first day and Murtaugh said, "Let's kill the little fucker"?
Yeah, exactly. But no, we can't do that. That's crazy. And here we are.
Should I kill the little fucker?
Yeah. Well, it's about time.
Man.
I love that they go to all of these older places, right? And I love when she walks in, she says, "Oh, I get a chill," you know?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of chills, I'm cold again. Holy cow. Do you want my zipper? That was a zipper on my jacket. I love her scarf. I swear I had a coat like that when I was younger.
You do? I don't think you did.
I did, but it was more of the orange plaid. I don't think it had any blue in it. Ethan Allen, that used to be a furniture place.
It still is.
Okay.
I think that they have, I like the chemistry that these two have because it's not the same chemistry that Sam and Kat have. I think they have a completely different kind of chemistry that is, it's like that Hellcat kind of chemistry, like he's a sarcastic, pull your pigtails kind of guy.
Yeah.
Right. And she's, the really smart girl that, probably could get any guy that she wanted
Yeah.
because she's beautiful, she's funny, she's intellectual, she's, you know, and she likes the she likes the, like, well, you know, like Frank was the father that she grew up with, right? So
Yeah.
he's the scholarly type, and you know, but I think what really attracts her to Roger is that not just the scholarly
Yeah.
type, but that little tease. He's a
Yeah.
tease. He's a, you know, he's got that part of him too. And the fact that they're both like Hellcats deep down inside
Yeah.
is what just keeps on like pulling them together like magnets. And I like that.
Well, and she's quick to judge, and she's not quick to forgive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she does forgive. She forgives a lot, but it takes her a minute.
And
you know?
same with him. He's
Yep.
exactly the same way.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. They are horrible communicators.
So I remember that they were saying that Katrina learned how to drive a stick just so she could pull up into this driveway.
Katrina and driving are not good bedfellows, so they
Yeah.
say she's not very good at it.
Isn't this weird though? Seeing her at Lollybrook in a car,
Right.
you know? And then I love
With
how
leather
they
gloves and her
Yeah.
hair done in a coif.
I love how they layered the conversations that happened while she was there, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad. It makes me sad to see Lollybrook like that,
Yeah.
you know? Disheveled, and, you know, it used to be a home. It
Full
was a
of
home
life.
for a lot of people. It was a center location for Lollybrook, you know? And it
Yeah.
just makes me sad.
Same with her. Look at her.
Yeah. It's like, I can't believe my home isn't here anymore, you know?
Yeah.
This was home for her. It felt like home. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh, it's
It's all
just
flooding back to her, and
yeah.
it's hard to see her. I can't even imagine what must be going through her head.
I think she wants hot dogs.
A hot dog. She wants a Scottish sausage.
Wiener.
She wants a Scottish sausage.
Mm-hmm. With a side of pickles.
So many people that visit Scotland do pictures of themselves
Yeah.
running up this walkway or putting their arms behind them and getting that back picture. I love it. I love seeing people's pictures.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. And she said that she had been treating him, so I was surprised. Yeah.
Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Put
Yeah.
it in his pants. Put it in his drink. Put it in his arms. Put it in his...
No, sink. You guys all have a dirty mind. She was gonna say sink.
I was, sillies.
I was really surprised that Jamie didn't know about what she did for Colum until now.
Right.
I was surprised that she didn't tell him at the time.
Yeah.
And he looked like, what?
Seriously now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Quit talking about it. Just go kill the douchebag. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
yeah.
But then, you know what? The story's going to change, and we don't want that. So,
Go shoot a cannonball up his butt.
yeah. That's beautiful scenery.
Isn't it pretty?
It's very pretty.
Roger also stripped the gears on the car.
course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guess they're all not very good at driving.
I love
Although
driving a stick.
Katrina did get like even like LA's worst driver or something.
Wouldn't that be funny to see?
California, one of California's worst drivers or something. Yeah.
No, I think bring them all to Canada, the cast from Outlander, and put them on Canadian worst drivers. I would love to see that.
But they're not. Oh, that's such a weird show.
Yeah.
Aw.
Hmm. It's funny how she's putting all of this together all of a sudden, eh?
Mhm. Well, yeah, things that you wouldn't think about because they are things that never really talked about, right?
Yeah.
I'm remembering stuff just because it was never talked about that I'm starting to think about now.
Yeah.
So,
And she talks about, finding this book of her dad's that was hidden. It seems like there would be a lot more in there, a lot more stuff with detail, right?
right.
Yeah, but then they were very proper back then,
Mhm.
right? They didn't openly talk over the telephone about,
Right.
particular things.
And letters are kind of written in code.
Yes,
only you would
exactly.
know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
You know.
exactly.
Mhm.
So I get that now. I get it now that we've
Mhm.
talked through it.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
That would be so cool, to have a loved one pass and to find just journals upon journals. I would spend months reading through that if I knew that our mom had something like that.
mm-hmm. Yep. Well, we had those tapes and we spent a lot of time going through those.
Yeah, exactly. Our mom had a little hand recorder, and I think for her last little bit, the year before she passed away, she did quite a bit of recording. I still want to go to Scotland.
COVID-19, go away.
Yeah. She's back again. Leaning against the car again.
Yep.
There's that monument in the middle of the street.
Which we will continue to see.
Yeah.
Change the title.
Love her accent.
It's so, how weird would this be to see a deed that you had signed
Right?
200 years ago? Like, mind fuck. Like,
Yeah.
that's so wild.
And what I find interesting how they shot this is they showed this before how it actually got signed, which I find pretty cool. I'm glad that they included that still in this episode.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And Murtaugh's signature on there. And it's just, and the way it was smudged.
Yeah.
Because
I love how they did that too. Yeah.
Yeah. It was smudged because of her tears.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm glad it wasn't because she peed on it.
Well, yeah, I peed on it.
Huh?
Her eye peed on it.
Oh, yes. Okay. Got it.
Good grief.
Okay. I think I used to have that outfit, like the velour pants and the turtleneck.
I think those are cords.
I think I had that exact same color turtleneck. It was my grade 2 picture. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, but those cords feel like velvet almost because they're like a heavier cord.
I remember in the book, Claire said that he had a nice ass.
Yes.
but I guess they decided to change it.
Well, she just wouldn't suit saying that.
Well,
you know?
she said backside
Yes.
or derriere or something.
But that's kind of gross to me, back then.
Our mother used to say stuff like that.
Yeah, but our mother was unique.
Our mother used to grab people's asses. God, she would, oh, man.
She's so bad.
Oh, I think about it now and I'm just like, good Lord, could you imagine? I can't be my mother. I can't be my mother.
We would be arrested. They would be charging us with sexual harassment.
I know better than to be like my mother.
Yeah.
I can't grab 18-year-old boys in the mall. Oh my God.
I love how she asked, Claire, do you miss him? And just kind of like, I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, who's listening? Oh, it's Dougal McDouchelson.
And of course,
Ross.
And of course, Dougal hears her. Mm-hmm. She's the one
She's
talking.
The one that's plotting.
She's trying to convince him to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn it.
This makes me sad, this whole scene. Like, I understand that, of course, it needs to happen because Dougal's going to kill them both, otherwise. Yeah. But it makes me sad,
And that corduroy suit Roger's wearing, well, dangly dang dang.
Okay, I've never seen anybody be able to pull one off. But he does, don't you think? At least he's not walking around like they're flood pants, which is a bonus. But it just fits him,
Just fits him.
Just.
It's got a little stretch, as we saw when he was running up those steps. Because I did make a pocket Roger with. And that sounded really perverse.
Yeah, that sounds really... Can you explain? Please share what a pocket Roger is.
A pocket Roger. We have pocket Jamies and pocket Claires, which are little laminated cutouts that people can bring to little events. Well, there's pocket Rogers too, where there are little cutouts of them. I made one of him in the little corduroy suit running up the stairs because his little tushy's showing. So that's our pocket Roger.
Thank you for explaining. Who is that, I wonder? Oh my goodness. It's funny.
You're such a goober.
I was so surprised in the book how much they called her Jilly instead of Galis. So, and I'm liking how they called her Galis more in the show.
Right. Yeah.
Because I like that better. I just think it suits her character.
Mm-hmm. Jillian?
Yeah. No, Galis. They called her Jilly a lot more in the book than Galis.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really, I like how they brought her back and showed her prequel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And when she did that the first time, I thought she was like throwing up the bird at everybody.
And she can sure pull off the wardrobe.
Oh, yeah.
That style from back then, eh?
Oh, yeah, because she's got the build. Like, she's got,
Exactly.
She's thin, she's lean,
Yeah. She looks great in that color.
Which some might take as an insult because it's such a drab color. But
no, it totally suits her.
Mm-hmm.
Almost the same color as her hair.
See, that's, you know what? That's what I like about her. She is playing her as exactly how she wants to be playing her, as this teenage girl who
Yeah.
thinks she knows everything, as a teenage girl does, but is
Yeah.
still unsure and is still stiff and is still like, I think she did a great job. And if you watch the series instead of watching it from week to week to week,
Yeah.
like you do during the show, and you binge the shit,
Yeah.
you can see her morph this character. And
And I
it's
think,
really interesting to watch.
see, and I think that was the benefit for me of not reading the books first, but watching the show, because I had a completely open mind. I had no idea what was going to come. So I had to take the characters for face value, what I was seeing and, while they were acting. And I think there wasn't a single character where I went, oh, they're not doing a very good job. You know what I mean? Then when I started to read the books, then I'm like, oh, okay, I see the difference. I can understand if people are watching it expecting something.
Yeah. And you also didn't have the chirping coming from online in your ear either.
Right.
That
exactly.
also does help people form opinions, because a lot of people that, are more influenced by others will, take that on for themselves.
Yeah.
I love how she had her little comment about Bonnie Prince Charlie. But this, look, it's the gift from you.
I would want to just take it out of there.
Right? Like, that's mine.
Don't leave it behind. It's mine.
It was my wedding gift. But how do you tell them
Try
that?
telling people that, yeah. This is a tough scene, because to Dougal, it's like everything he thought from the very beginning is right about Claire.
Yep.
And that Claire has him under a spell, and he's trying to, like snap Jamie out of it, and then realizes there's nothing I can do.
Oh, Dougal.
So emotional.
He's just so.
But it's like they're trying to kill Scotland,
Mm-hmm. He just doesn't get it, man.
No. But okay, it only seems like she's doing that. Don't say it like that, because it makes it sound true.
Right.
But yes.
You're like, well, when you say it like that.
Right, exactly.
It would have been funny for Claire to say, well,
That's not really what I'm trying to do. Well, thank goodness Jamie's a little younger.
Yeah.
But,
Well, like it was in the book, it was just Jamie. Like Claire was off to the side. She didn't have any part in this, in this dog and pony show that was going on.
Yeah.
Oh, he bites.
Of course.
He pulls hair. He screams and he cries.
Yeah. Does whatever it takes to win that battle.
And yet he still has the audacity to treat women with disrespect.
Yeah. Oh, that gave Jamie an opportunity to get on top of him,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This part is hard. This part is really hard to watch,
Yeah.
Because it's muscle against muscle, but it's,
Yep.
Yes.
Dougal taught him to fight.
There's only one way here.
Yep.
There's no other way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
Claire, don't push on his shoulder. That's not helping.
Yeah.
That makes me sad. I was actually really surprised to see that Dougal died in this episode. I'm like, oh, he's family. Shouldn't he be around a lot longer?
Yeah.
But it's
But
just like
not.
a lot of characters, over the first and second season.
Mhm.
A lot of them are gone. And
Yep.
like I said, this is one of the few shows I've seen where they cycle through characters like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They do. Oh, so sad.
That is sad. That's sad.
But he had it coming.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
I would love to be up in an attic.
I can stick you in my attic.
Is there stuff up there?
There will be once you're in it.
It's such a shit. That was a good one. Bravo.
Thank you.
Bravo. No, but just to rummage through old stuff, and doesn't even have to be. Ugh, I don't like rats.
Not a big fan.
No, not a big. Yeah, I don't like that. And it's like, so what? I love old Scottish traditions.
Everything's.
Yep, everything's.
Roger looks like he has a little Beatles haircut here.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Jesus
trying
song.
to impress her with this song.
Mm-hmm. The look on her face is perfect. She's like, the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
and like, as soon as he's done, she's like, look down. And,
Okay, can't believe he just did that.
Uh-huh.
I love that he found his airplane.
The one that he had in his hands, and he had his little cheeks.
That must have brought back so many memories for him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, looky. Oh,
I wonder
wedding
if she's
pictures.
ever seen those pictures before, I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me question, why did the Reverend have pictures of their wedding day?
Mm-hmm. Maybe Frank sent them to him. Because remember, people do that.
Yeah, it's true.
I have pictures of your wedding day. I had pictures of your wedding day.
What do you mean you had pictures of my wedding day?
I had some. I have pictures of you on your wedding day now.
What do you mean you had them?
I had some.
What'd you do with them?
Well, I still have pictures of you on your wedding day.
Oh, okay. That only took me like 12 minutes to kick in. I'm divorced. That's why she's saying that. Okay. I'm like, all right. Okay. Oh.
Oopsie daisy.
Rupert. Oh.
And in the books, it was Willie.
Yeah.
Since Willie's no there.
Willie got married.
Yeah, Willie gone home. Oh, dear. And then... Oh, boy. That's a big deal. And I think that the only reason that Rupert didn't kill him is because Rupert is so messed up with grief and starvation and everything else that it's been. So, yeah. And then, of course, here's Claire.
She's
strolling
odd-clotted.
Yeah, strolling across the moor.
It's weird, eh? Like just thinking about, all those hundreds of men that were laying dead in that field, and, that it's just been kind of left raw.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like when she said, yep, I'm a Fraser. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that she didn't continue a conversation. She's like, you a Fraser? Okay, bye.
Yep.
Off you went.
Mhm.
I would have started a conversation with someone.
I think it's a weird place to start a conversation.
You know what?
though.
Yeah, you're right. It's like one massive burial ground. Like
It
I
is.
can't.
One
this
big
sounds
grave
weird.
you're walking on.
I can't wait to go there when we go there, right?
But that sounds weird too, doesn't it?
No, I know, but they have
I know.
actually a new caretaker. I think she was just hired, a new caretaker for the whole Culloden area, and how she plans to increase tourism in the area or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of people go there and they say it feels like, there's ghosts all around. Like it's just a very, like the air feels heavy. Like it's just, yeah.
I bet you.
Well, and that's not actually Culloden Moor. That they're
right,
all,
of course,
not,
yes.
like, they're not filming on Culloden Moor, but it's,
It's kind of neat, but I think they have stones like that there, don't they?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
And here she is telling Jamie, and to think it's her first time there and using this as Jamie's headstone, so to speak.
Yeah.
And this
is like the first time she's really talked to him since she left, right?
Yep.
And it's how many years later, right? And so much has changed.
Yep. And she's just gonna tell him everything.
And she's so calm about it, like I understand, she wouldn't be hysterical, so much time has passed, but I don't know. It's a hard conversation to have. And I wonder how long she was there actually having the conversation. I bet you hours.
Well, I think that's what it's supposed to seem like.
Yeah.
That she was there for a really long time.
She had a lot to tell him though, right?
Yeah, 20 years worth.
Yeah.
And she says it with such, like, Katrina did such a beautiful job.
Yeah, she did. I'm glad she didn't end up sitting in mud because it showed her trenching through these mud puddles. So I'm glad she wasn't sitting in the mud.
Just looks so comfortable, and she's just staring at the stone as if it's him.
I know. Well, because she wouldn't even fathom to her that he would still be alive, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it did when she first came back because she wanted to check, she wanted to see, if he was alive, but just the words of one person, and she stopped looking, right? So
yeah. It's kind of crazy though that, that you can have a conversation with somebody like that, that's, as if they're still with you.
We've done that though, I'm sure. I've done it with Mom, and Mom's been gone a while, 14 years.
Yeah.
So I can totally see how she's having this conversation with him.
Yeah. I just think that Katrina did such a beautiful job with this.
And I'm surprised she said goodbye.
Yeah.
Like
it made me cry the first time I watched it. I had tears pouring down my face when she said that.
And I knew she was going to say it too. And I'm thinking, please make me wrong. Please make me wrong.
When she said rest easy, soldier, that was it.
Yeah.
Sob. Yeah. It was just too much.
And why choose to say goodbye? Stop it.
It was the rest easy soldier that fucked me up.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Exactly.
And Roger and Bree. Come on, you two.
Yeah. I love her sweater, the Argyle sweater. We had so many of those growing up.
And his cable knit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's kind of interesting that she's finding all of this stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, and she's doing the math too, so
yeah, she is. Yikes! It would be, I get doing genealogy, and it's really cool to find out all these things, but now she's finding out things about her actual parents. So
right. Yeah, and well, when I was born, and
yeah. And here it all starts, right?
Yep. And gosh, she's look at Brianna. She's so tiny and around, like she's like so petite,
Yeah.
tall, but you know,
Yeah.
and my father.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And Claire isn't very good at hiding her expressions either, right?
well, she doesn't understand yet that.
Oh no,
Right?
exactly.
She still
Yeah.
thinks she's talking about Frank until until
There
she
you go.
oh, that
Father. Yes. And what do you say, right? That's something huge. What do you say in that moment,
Yeah, when you're finally, found out, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Her face, though, is like,
it tells it
almost,
all.
yeah, and it's like almost a relief.
Yes.
Right?
It's so true, though. It is. And I think even though this is hard for her,
yeah,
doesn't know.
And honestly, like, she's like, oh, she just threw her thing over Dallas's picture.
Yeah.
It's just, you've got this relief, but know damn well if you tell the truth, you're going to look like a fucking lunatic.
Yep, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's funny because Claire doesn't usually let people talk to her like that.
No, she doesn't.
Right? But Brianna gets a pass because she's her daughter, and two, she doesn't want to rip this kid apart.
Well, no, and this is Jamie's child. And I think forever she would have loved to be able to tell Brianna that. And in a way, it's kind of like, I have to tell her, but how do I tell her? But I want to tell her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because she's not hiding it. But how do you tell? Yeah, 1700 Scotsman. Yeah, he's your father.
Right. And Roger's like, I don't really want to be here right now.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Yeah, exactly.
I want to do a thing.
But you know what, Roger? Welcome to the Brianna Claire.
Yeah. Dynamic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what the hell to call it.
I know. I saw your hands flopping in the wind trying to find words. I just thought I'd throw one out for you.
And even though I think Claire is relieved, it's just that now she's trying to figure out, how do I tell her? She's not going to believe me. You can tell from her face right away that, and Brianna looks disgusted and angry.
Well, fuck yeah. I mean, and she should be, and she's still a teenager.
Yeah.
Right?
She is.
She's, and anybody that has a teenage daughter would know they're already full of angst.
Yeah.
And now you're throwing on top of it that your dad is like.
Well, and they don't have necessarily the best relationship.
Exactly.
Right? Claire had to convince her to go to Scotland or go to England, right? Just to go away.
Yeah.
And this is going to be make or break for them. And right now it feels like it's break.
Yep. Well, and plus Brianna was a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
So guess what? Daddy's girl, he's not your daddy. Well, fuck. That's a whole new layer of trauma to add to angsty teenage daughter. So people that were like, oh my God, Brianna should be so grateful that Jamie's her dad. Wait 1 second now.
Yeah, exactly.
She doesn't have a clue who this dude is.
Yeah.
And frankly, why would she be happy to hear that her daddy, who she loved and who she is grieving, is not her father?
Well, and I think it also pissed her off too, because near the end of what Claire was saying, Claire had a semi-smile on her face, and she's like, I'm done with this. This is bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because she was in memory mode.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that, Roger stopped her and said, hey, you know what? You said no matter what, right? So, and then he looked at Roger's face and it's like, tell me more. Tell me more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it weren't for Culloden.
Yeah, exactly. How does she say it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And she closes her eyes like, I know what this is going to sound like, but I got to say it anyway, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that transition.
Yeah, same.
Like that transition, but goosebumps up my back.
Yeah.
And it was so much. It was just a lot.
See, this part gives me goosebumps up and down my back right now.
I just said that.
It does give me goosebumps too, though, like it's just,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's the signing over of Lollybrock.
And I get that part, but it's the interaction with Fergus.
Yeah.
That's where you truly begin to feel, I don't know.
Yeah.
It gives me so many feels.
Well, it's this family dynamic. You look at these four are a family.
Well, right. And that Jamie had the forethought to actually do this before he even went there.
Yeah.
And had, okay, I need to date it for when I wasn't a traitor, that way it becomes official, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. So you have Jamie and Fergus, his son, for all intents and purposes, and Claire, his mother.
Yeah.
And then you have Murtaugh, who is also a member of this family.
Yeah.
Right? He's Jamie's godfather, but he also has helped raise Fergus.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Well, and once Jamie explains to Fergus the importance of it, people have to know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And of course it sounds crazy.
Of course it does. But yet as well, there was a newspaper clipping saying that she was captured by the fairies.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
But it wasn't, it was more of a
speculation.
Lunatic captured by the fairies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So, and Roger's like, yeah, you want to take another drink here?
But it must be hard for him too, because he knows how smart Claire is.
Yeah.
Like he knows how intelligent she is, from the short time that he's known her.
Yeah.
But he must be really torn, because I'm sure he knows all about Scottish folklore, superstition. Exactly. Right.
Yeah. Well, he lived with Mrs. Graham.
Exactly.
Right.
Grew up with her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, and the more you watch the show, the more you see this change with Brianna, this, this attitude that she had. And it was completely, look at her. She's just like, she did such a good job. Yeah. She's like so done with her right now.
Yeah. Well, and that's why,
and there she comes back at her. Finally, Claire. Now we see Claire.
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, what she said just put that knife in a little bit deeper, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because she was supposed to have loved her father, right?
But Brianna knew all along.
She did, but still now she doesn't want to admit it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, this part really, can you imagine someone saying that to you? Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. But that is what a teenage girl would say. And that's what people keep on forgetting. They're like, oh my God, I would never say that to my mother. When you're a teenage girl, bullshit, you would never say that to your mother. Like, I'm so sorry. There are so many teenage girls that told their mother that they hated them and they wish they were dead and slammed the door and blah, 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 blah.
You're ruining my life.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't care about me.
And there's the teardrop that made smudge the paper.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, these parts were so.
I get goosebumps every time it comes back to this scene.
Yeah.
And
Murtaugh, he's like, I can't look. You're making me feel stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, because,
And and see, he bows to him. And that was just like, oh my
I
God, my
know
heart.
there's the respect right there, right?
Yeah.
But you know what? I think, besides the deed of Cezine, they wanted to keep him safe.
Yeah.
Who,
Oh, absolutely.
there's
Yeah.
nobody else he
If
needed to do
if
it.
he stayed, he would have been on that battlefield. And
Yeah.
that's, no, thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that was just, it was too much. But
Yeah.
that was, that's a core family. Murtaugh, Jamie, Claire, and Fergus.
Yeah.
They were always a family together.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes, and how, the kid was what, 11, maybe 12.
Yeah, something like that. He was young. He was still young. So, and seen so much.
Yeah.
Right? For, yes, he grew up in a brothel and all of that, but that's a lot for a kid to see.
He was probably maybe 14. Maybe 14. I don't know. But whatever he was
Still young.
He was still a boy. He was still a baby.
Yeah, he was. And I like that they're having this conversation and that rationale. Roger is just trying to put those options out.
Yeah. And Claire and Brianna drinking. Now, see, that was something that was different from the book, because in the books, Brianna did not like whiskey.
Right.
She was not a whiskey girl, which always didn't make sense to me because, her mother and father were both such big drinkers.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
All three of her parents were big drinkers.
Yeah. So, and then she spots Gillis.
Right?
Yep.
Like so much going on in one day. Like, holy crap.
There is so much going on in this episode altogether. Like,
yeah, exactly.
We bounce from one thing to the other, and it's all goosebumps.
I know. It's true, though. There is a lot.
Yep. I love that
happening. But that's why this is like one's right. So, it's so nice.
Oh, look at that beauty.
I know. That's like a sports vehicle right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Here we go to Gillis's house.
Yeah.
Or Jillian Edgars, as we will call her now.
Jillian Edgars.
One of her many, many names.
Yeah. I wonder how she chose her name going back to like the 17th century.
I don't know.
But because I didn't see any history of that in the book, I just wondered why she chose the name. But
yeah.
Oh, this is the one with the nice cock. Such a nice cock. Yeah, that comes up later.
Yeah.
I do not currently see any signs of that.
This comes up later, she says.
Damn pleated pants. No, I'm just kidding. More drinking.
Yeah. It's a cool looking house.
Yeah, I love all the windows. Yeah.
You like the windows?
I like the windows.
Claire's not going to say no to a drink, that's for sure.
No, exactly. Cheers.
Top it up.
He looks a little worse for wear. Not sure where his wife is. Okay.
Nope. Gillis has gone off with the nationalists because they're all the
white roses. Yeah.
Yeah. All into that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder why she married him, just to pay for all of her courses, or.
Well, I think she was married to him for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then she got into all of this stuff.
Right.
From what I recall, anyway. I might be wrong.
I wonder.
It's been a little bit since I read I was supposed to read all the books before the new one came out, but I just didn't get around to them this time. Yeah.
Well, it just makes me wonder why she was so passionate about it, like I know she's passionate. We all know she's passionate about it.
Well, we know that people can get swept up in politics and conspiracy theories pretty darn quick nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be all that much different back then, depending on what they were looking for and what they were, like information is really quickly had now. And that's why so many people so rapidly get swept up in it.
And I wonder how she knew that she was a traveler or that she could travel. You know what I mean? Because just because you have a sacrifice in a jewel or whatever doesn't mean you're going through the stones. Right?
It's true. It's true. Well, it might not have worked for her, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But she felt pretty confident, and she had done so much studying, right?
Yeah.
See, she seems really nice there, and that's it.
For sure. But there's no agenda when she's talking to her, right?
Right.
Like,
exactly.
If she's got an agenda, and I've also, there's also the theory that, she gets crazier and crazier and crazier, right?
Yeah, of course.
So there's also this theory because she also fucked around a lot, right?
Right.
So when you get syphilis,
Haha. Yatch.
when you get, it causes you to go kooky.
Right.
Right? You do get like syphilis dementia kind of thing going on.
Get worms in the brain.
Right? So that's something that, is a good reason why Gellis started going even crazier as time went on, is because she got syphilis and started going,
That's a good theory.
Yeah.
That's a good theory.
So it makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. I like that Claire snuck those books out and read all about it, right?
Yeah. That was,
and I love how they put the timeline too. Everything's happening so quickly.
Yeah, right down to the minute.
Yeah, exactly.
And I really was glad that they stuck to this, where, Murtaugh was to take the men back to Lollybrock. Like, fuck it. Like, I'm not having them die. Like, go.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if it's...
Yeah, it's too bad that Jamie just didn't go home, though. He could have easily gone with the men and gone home, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
They were all captured anyway, but well, in the book they were all captured anyway.
Yeah.
The thing is that he thought it was his destiny.
Yeah,
to die on that moor. And with Murtaugh saying, well, if you're going to die, I'm going to die too. So
yeah,
I'll
exactly.
see you there. It's a date.
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Yeah. Imagine having that much loyalty and love for somebody that they knew that they were going to die, and you're like, okay, yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
And doing it with, a smile on your face, and being completely 100% dedicated to that.
Well, and Murtaugh sees Jamie as a son, nothing less than that. So I love those old vanities.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
Yeah. I wish they would have made Brianna just a little bit tipsy.
Well, it would make sense considering that they were drinking at the bar, or the pub or whatever it was. Pub.
Yeah.
I'm glad though that she's chilled out a little bit,
Well, that's because she's been drinking.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. We'll just not tell me about my dad, but maybe not about the, 200-year-old thing.
Well, you see, and you have to give Brianna credit. This is still the same day. This is still the same day that she found out about it, had this argument with her mother, the whole bit.
Yeah.
And she's able to sit and listen for a few minutes. That is a pretty good constitution for a teenage girl.
Right.
So you have to give her credit for that.
Well, and that's what I love, that she, started with the obvious to convince her. Red hair. Like, where else would she have gotten her red hair?
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And that Claire didn't rush it. that she took her time. But I think Brianna sees a difference in her mother's face.
Mhm.
This is a part of her mother's face that she's never seen before.
It's
This is
softer.
genuine,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
and I think hopefully that, that
Yeah.
reassures her,
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
you know.
She tries to connect with her on a completely different level.
Yeah,
And I don't
exactly.
think she's ever seen her mother quite this emotional
No,
either.
absolutely not in,
Yeah.
a soft way, maybe
Right.
in
Mhm.
other
Yeah.
ways, but
Right. Yeah.
she sees the love that her mother had, right?
Yeah.
That she didn't see that before. So,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to finally have that kind of little connection there.
yeah.
And now we've got Roger
Yeah, it's nice
with
that
his
Roger has.
turtleneck, his cabernet
I
turtle.
love it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I still want to go back and clean that room.
Yeah. Yeah, Jillian's great. Yeah, let's talk about her being from the future.
Yeah,
I mean, the
exactly.
past. Past, future, future, past, up my nose and around my ass.
What the hell was that?
No idea.
Is that just a
just made it up.
Sherryism? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Just made it up right now.
That
No
was like-
idea what I was saying.
Okay, that's
Yep,
pretty cool. All right.
Just came up with it.
Something up your ass? I don't know.
I have no clue what I said. No idea. They're like, this is crazy and wild, and I don't know what we're doing here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I like how she just kind of stopped in her tracks and looked at
She's
Roger, and he's like, what? Huh?
Because of
What's
me.
going on?"
He's like telling her that you're related to her. And Brianna's like, don't bring him into this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's true.
But it makes me wonder, you think, he's a historian, that he would already know, background, and he already knew he was a Mackenzie.
But that's the thing, he doesn't, because he doesn't know he was part of the whole changeling thing, right? Like he was an adopted.
Right.
He was adopted.
Exactly. Well, and he doesn't realize that his, further relative was raised by other people.
Exactly.
Right? So
yeah.
he sees the other people in his family tree, not Dougal and Galen.
Right. So it's Claire that knows about the adoption.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was like, I'm here. How can I not be born? Well, just wait and find out.
Yeah, exactly. They were not like, poof, there we go. Not like,
let's find out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty.
Well, then he looks intrigued, though.
Well, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
No matter what, it's like, if somebody was telling me this and they were that convinced, I'd be like,
okay, proof. Okay, make me not believe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Prove it. Please prove it. And I like how he tried to convince her. Like, let's if we do this, then she'll finally know that it's not real.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. Now, I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. Knowing where they're going, right?
Yeah.
Did you have an inkling?
Did I have an inkling what?
About the stones and them when they would go to the stones? I thought about it before they got to the stones because I knew they were going to the stones.
Oh, yeah, I knew.
Right. Well, that's right. You read the book. Jesus.
Totally knew.
I keep forgetting there's books out there, even though I'm reading them now. So, good heavens.
Of course I knew.
I like Claire's face. She keeps looking at Jamie. They're at a fast pace.
Yeah.
Not really talking about anything, but he's determined. She's like, we're going the wrong way. Everybody else is going the other. How come we're not going the other way?
Yep. She's a little confused, and she's like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're taking you.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
there was some controversy on some of the other Outlander groups, and they were saying we don't understand how Jamie knew that she was pregnant with this baby, but he didn't know that she was pregnant with Faith. How come?
Because he was like almost dead and wanting to kill himself and like not paying any fucking attention at all the first time around.
Well, and she also told him she couldn't have a baby.
Exactly. That
So
too.
he wasn't
Mhm.
even thinking of that,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So,
That too.
but similar to the books, you know,
Yeah.
it was all about breeding horses and you
Mhm.
know, cattle and you know,
Mhm.
whatever else. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's something that a farmer would be aware of. So,
Mhm. Well, and you know, Jamie's in tune with shit.
yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He kept track because he loves you. He
Mhm.
knows when he could bed you or not bed you.
Mm-hmm. Or when he bed her and it was a little messier than usual.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's called natural lube.
Uh-huh. Squish, 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 squish.
Okay, we didn't need the sound effects. Please leave in the comments for Sherry to leave out the sound effects.
Wax sound effects. This is just too much. I can't. These two are too much.
This one is hard to take because she knows, you know, that she knows she's got to go, but she doesn't want to, right? I wouldn't want to leave
Katrina's
that.
face
That makes me sad.
Look at that horse's bangs. Oh, her face is just.
I know.
Oh,
You buy it, right? She's got those tears in
you
her
don't
eyes.
just buy it. Your heart breaks
feel
with
it.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Guess where
And
they
that wasn't pee she was throwing on him. Nope, it was petrol.
And she remembers the car from the driveway, right?
Yep. Yeah.
The smelling of burnt hair is disgusting.
I guess we're going to smells like a fucking barbecue.
Yeah.
Roger says.
Yeah. I think it stinks worse than a barbecue.
Well, and that goes back to Gellis saying, you know.
Yeah.
Oh. And they're watching her run through a stone.
But you see, her name was Jillian and she was yelling Galis, right?
Yeah.
Did Galis know that she was going to have that name when she went over? Did she pick it? Did it have significance in previous years? You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and see, now they can hear the bees, like they can hear it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. They can hear the stones.
Yeah. And Claire didn't pick up on that right away. Like she didn't.
Right.
You know, it was just a comment that they both made and then they left the storyline, right? But I love the look on Brianna's face. Like, what the fuck? I am crazy. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. She wasn't lying to me. And I think that's what hit her the most was that this isn't a lie. Like, holy shit.
You know what? Thank goodness that they're so close to the stones that Jamie could do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and that Brianna and Claire were just looking up at them, and now
exactly. Oh, this part is so hard.
It's just heartbreaking, like absolutely heartbreaking. Him pulling, her up to the stones, and you know, the last time it was more.
I'm glad they didn't rush this. You know, I'm glad they didn't rush it because it's just not a quick kiss goodbye and away you go.
Right.
This is the last time they're going to see each other.
Right.
Ever. And he just sprung it on her 5 minutes ago.
He wants her to go back to her own time, find Frank, and take care of their daughter or their child.
He's taking care of his family right now.
Yeah.
He's making sure that they're both safe.
Yeah.
You know, and he doesn't want her there when he dies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It is so hard.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to leave you either, Jamie. I'm not ready.
She's so desperate. Like there's this desperation and
Yeah.
and he's being so calm for her.
But for her, exactly, right?
And it's for her. Like he's showing her like I can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
When I first saw this and put his hand on the side of it, I'm like, but what if he touched the front? He touched the side, of course he can't go through the side. And then when you told me he can't travel, I'm like, you don't know that.
Yes, I do. It is the one solid,
Yes.
100% Jamie will not ever travel.
And Diana has made that really clear. I think that's
Abundantly
her
clear.
number one question of all time that has been asked 14 million times to her, right?
Yep. And she
But good for
always say
her.
the same thing.
Good for her.
Absolutely not, never, ever.
Yeah, exactly.
And this
Claire looks like she's going to be sick. I love this. This is one of those other phrases that will go down in Outlander history, right?
Yep.
You should put that in my vows. I loved the rare man and I loved him well.
God gave me a rare woman.
Yeah.
God, I loved her well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I like that they did this though.
the last quickie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want a last quickie too.
Yeah.
Aww.
Those poor.
It just, it just solidifies their passion for each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's so sad. And
It
then
is.
kaboom.
Yeah.
Then they start hearing
Back
the
to
firing,
reality, right?
the war that he has to get back to.
Yeah. And she knows it.
Yep.
How do you say goodbye? I know they're showing us how they're saying goodbye, but how could you possibly, it's tough.
Yeah. So she gives him the Dragonfly in Amber.
Yeah.
That Hugh Monroe gave her and him for a wedding gift.
Yeah. And he knows that she needs a gemstone to go through the stones.
Well, they believe she needs a gemstone.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Blood of my blood, bone of my bone. Look at his face. Like he's still trying to be strong. And they're such a good couple. She even has grass and she has hay in her hair.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh gosh, this is a part they said they both absolutely loved this scene. They both loved doing this scene.
Well, wasn't it Sam's idea to walk her backwards? I thought it was his idea to walk her backwards to the stone.
And
because he would
like
hold her.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, they have some really good thoughts,
Yeah.
And now, of course, they're producers as well. So
right. Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. He just grasps onto her and
just spins her around and away they go.
It is. It's like a dance.
And I'm glad they did it.
It makes me want to cry.
Well, and they can stare at each other, and it's that remembering every wrinkle on her face.
Yeah, he's just staring into her eyes. She's crying, and he's just staying as stoic as possible.
And she said, "I love you," and he didn't say anything.
He said it twice. She said it twice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, if he said it anymore, then he'd be wrecked.
Yeah. Exactly.
So he kisses her again. Tears are flowing down her face. And as soon as he turns her around,
then you can see the look on his face changes, right?
Yep.
Because he doesn't want her to see him upset.
And totally cracks.
Yeah.
There's his one tear. Fuck him in his one tear.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And he wasn't leaving her at the stones. He wanted to make sure she got away safe.
Yeah.
Right? So And remember, that's the first time he's seen her actually go through the stones.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. And then as he let her go, she's
Yeah.
running down the hill with Brianna.
yeah, exactly.
And she knew. Now she knows.
Yeah,
Yeah. She's like,
exactly.
Galus doesn't know that nobody has to die when you go through the stones.
Exactly.
But
I love that Brianna believes her now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
she's seen it for her own eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so she's like, wow, okay.
Claire looks like an old lady.
Well, it's the scarf on her head.
I know.
She's like, okay, I believe you now.
She looks really fancy. Scarf on her
Yeah.
head, then duck boots on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I love that she believes her, you know.
Exactly. She said the exact words her father said to her.
And you can see that
no
look
more
in
like-
Claire's face. Deja vu, right?
Yep, absolutely. 100%.
And that's why she says you're so much like your father, right?
Mhm.
But this is where their relationship changes.
Mhm.
Right here, and that will carry on through the rest of the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not
And it-
always going to be love and hugs and all of that.
Well,
but
it gets stronger.
yeah, exactly.
Like it just keeps on getting stronger and stronger throughout the whole series.
Yeah, exactly. Took you long enough, Roger. The sun's almost up. Lordy, man.
He stopped for cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't say that because you're making me hungry for a cheeseburger.
Okay, stop for pizza.
No,
He stopped
I
for
go back to-
cheesecake.
Oh, bitch.
Now, look.
And now they found
Mhm.
something else out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, though, that they continued looking
Well.
because they must have continued looking,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Well, Roger did, and and she
Yeah.
was just like, "Well, it's just coincidence." But now you need to know what we found.
But what's really strange is they found that, but when she had mentioned, because she didn't believe about the whole whatever,
Mhm.
that she just believes her now, even though they already found that stuff.
Right, but that's the thing. She was like, "It's a coincidence. She just found these things and put this story together," is what she said at the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now Roger's telling her,
Yeah.
that there was one guy not killed. James Fraser. My father. Mm-hmm. Shut.
Look at her face.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
Goosebumps.
I know, I have them. I have them
Uh-huh.
all over my shoulders. And
Same.
yeah,
Doesn't
I know.
matter how many times you see it. Doesn't matter, obviously, because you've seen it like 30 sometimes now. So
Yeah, raise your hand if you have goosebumps. Yeah, I know you guys are raising your hand too. See, she looks like the Queen Mother from behind.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, if I would have found that out, I was like, give me a gemstone.
Uh-huh.
I'm gone. I'm out of here.
But see, you wouldn't be because you don't know where he is. You don't know anything yet.
Yeah, but I react that way. So
and usually so does Claire, but
yeah.
Yeah.
But then she does say, I need to go back.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the cinematography here. People
Yeah.
are like, oh my God, it's so over the top. It's so blah, blah, blah. You know what? Fucking rights it was. And it is exactly how it should have been. It
Exactly.
should have been over the top.
It's like the stones are calling her. There's light on the other side of the stones. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
And she sees that, right?
Yeah. It needed to be crazy, over the top, end of the season.
Yes.
Bam. Like that's what Outlander is.
You just watched
drama.
Exactly. You watched 90 minutes. You wanted to be like, okay, well, that was good to know.
Yeah, exactly. No, you want it to punch you in the face.
It's a drama series. So yeah. Wow. Can you believe it? We are like completely done season 2.
Pichow. Wow.
Holy shit, sis.
All righty. So Sydney B41A9C 153 on BuzzFeed had this to say.
Holy shit is right. I put a pair of dirty underwear in my sister's binder when she was in 6th grade. The next day, she opened up her binder during school to find a pair of pink underwear with shit stains and rainbows on them.
That's disgusting.
Well,
Oh my
that's what
God.
she must have done something to deserve it because, well,
Yeah,
there
being a
you go.
younger sister.
Could you imagine how mortifying it would be to, oh my God, she would have picked up those panties so fast.
I hope she was one of those kids that sat in the back of the class
No
and
kidding.
not at the front of the class.
No doubt, because yeah, she would have been known as shit stains and rainbows for the rest of her school career.
And that's not such a good, little nickname to have. That's disgusting. And who put the shit stains there? Whose underwear was it? It
was
wasn't
hers.
clarified. That was gross.
Yeah.
It said, yeah, bleh, that's gross.
Oh no, it doesn't say whose underwear. It was just a pair of dirty underwear.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
So what disgusting things have you done to your sibling? We want to know all about it. You can be named anonymous, or we can give you a fancy name. You can put your own name, but go to our SIssues.ca website, or you can just email us at SIssues.ca, or go to our Facebook page, our Instagram, our Twitter, and send us a DM. Let us know your story.
You can put your sister's name and make it a really disgusting story. Do that. That'd be funny.